Jug Tavern. Early life. Sojourner Truth was born Isabella Bumfree, 1797, an enslaved child from birth. Her parents were James and Elizabeth Bumfree, and every one of their 11 or 12 children were sold away from them and each other. They were all enslaved by the Colonel Hardenberg in Riften. At age 9, she was sold to a rundown shop owner, John Neely. Isabella spoke only Dutch. The Neelys spoke only English. Neely severely beat her for not understanding when she was giving orders. This scar she kept all her life, and what she felt was an answer to her continuous prayers to be rescued from this torture. She was auctioned to Martinez Schuyler at around age 11. He was a fisherman and a farmer, and in this home behind me, he and his wife operated the Jug Tavern. Isabella portrays them as crude people, but so much kinder to her than the Neelys. She experienced more freedom than before. If that can be said, we can imagine her doing chores out back of this house and tavern, walking over the hill to the Hudson River to get fish, or down to the strand in the Rondout for molasses, hoeing corn out the field, and picking herbs in the woods. It was a wild, out-of-door kind of life, as she recalled in her later narrative. Keep in mind as we walk how broken and disrupted her childhood experience was. This child, Isabella, was already sold 3 times and was enslaved by 4 different families by the time she was 13. As you can see on your map, in fact, she was enslaved until age 29. She did not learn to read or write and did not attend school as a child or go to church until she was an adult. Yet she had her own strong relationship with God from an early on as influenced by her mother, and she developed a strong, seemingly unbreakable inner spirit. And it was only by her own determination from an early age that led her to define her life in such a bold, courageous, and free manner, far different from the very brutal circumstances under which she was born.
And this part is from her narrative. Her mother, Isabella, remembered awkward, taught her to be honest, obey her master, and say the Lord's Prayer. On summer evenings, her mother would sit outdoors and tell her that God lives in the sky, and that when you are beaten or fall into any trouble, you must ask him for help, and he will always hear and help you. Isabella clung to the belief in God that her mother had given her and developed the habit of talking to God, pouring out her grief to him. She believed that God would not hear her unless she spoke to him aloud, and that the louder she spoke, the more likely he was to hear her. And this is the Jug Tavern where she was at. Thank you. All right, good job. Okay, excellent.